Yo, what's going on, Peace family? Hey, listen, man. My question to you guys is, did my recent YouTube video time travel? Now, that's a really outlandish question, but it's a legitimate question. Now, if you guys go to my post, on my most recent post that I posted up was a thumbnail of one of my latest videos that I dropped not too long ago. Now, underneath that thumbnail, there is a time frame that specifies 56 years ago. That's right, 56 years ago. Now, typically in that area underneath your thumbnail, it usually specifies, 1 day ago, or 5 days ago, 30 days ago, etc. But when I opened up, and this was under my analytics portion of my channel, when I opened it up, I happened to look down, and something just wasn't right. So it said 56 years ago, and I was like, I thought I was like in a Twilight Zone, type of moment, right? So it just kind of like hit me like what is this? Is it some type of a glitch, some type of a YouTube glitch? Or I've never seen it before. Like, I've been on this platform forever, and I've never seen that type of error before on any type of like video, thumbnail, or any time description. So with that being said, I went ahead and just did my usual, thinking, right? And I'm a person that likes to dissect, research. I study, ancient history, ancient African history to be specific. And also, I like portions of, kind of like the metaphysical and spiritual based information. So I had to go and look up, time travel type of situations, because when you look at certain things that the universe may present to you, you have a different lens than most people. Most people will look at that and just be like, oh, it's just, it's just something that happens, right? But then you have people like myself that kind of think on a deeper level, more of an intellectual level, where you be like, well, wait a minute, that's odd. I've been on this platform for a little bit over 13 years, and I've never ever seen, something so odd. So what I did was, obviously I started, doing research, and, and a lot of it was captivating. The first part that was captivating was that today is March the 20th, 2026. And I just, did research, like what happened 56 years ago from today. And come to find out, the date was March the 20th, 1970, right? So it's the exact same month, the exact same day, which is really weird, right? So in that time era of 1970, which to most of you that are watching, that's like an ancient number. Like anything in the 19th century, based on some of the things that I've been hearing and seeing, it's like people go crazy when they hear things of the 19th century. And in the 1970s, around March the 20th, they had things that happened. They had a tragedy that happened in Seattle, Washington, that had something to do with a arsonist and him, setting a blaze to a specific property, and and people got hurt, and it escalated from there. Became a tragedy, if anything. That happened in Seattle, March the 20th, 1970. And then there was the Vietnam War was still kind of going on. And at the time they had what they call a draft lottery. If you guys don't know what a draft lottery is, that's when a country, it sets out a obligation for you being the countryman to have to go out and fight for the country. So at the time, Vietnam was at war with obviously the US, and they supposedly had some type of televised draft lottery that happened on what they called at the time television, TV. And that showed different young men. I don't believe it was women. I'm not sure if it was in Vietnam, but it showed young men having to be drafted from their family, and they had to go fight a war in today's, which we still don't know what they was fighting for. They had to do that, and it was televised on TV, right? So that was a big thing, because the Vietnam versus the US was a huge country war. You know, you guys just have to do the research on that. And then let's keep things in context, right? You still have what's going on today, a war, right? There's always some type of repetitiveness when it comes to the history of this place that we live in, right? So US against Iran, right? And in the 1970s, they had what they called the energy crisis. And the energy crisis resulted in what they had, a lack of oil resources. And who is the US targeting right now as we speak at this very moment? Iran. And that happened in 1970 around March the 20th. Okay. So the reason why I dropped this video, man, because I'm a intellect, I'm a deep intellect. I like to study, I like to research, and I just thought that was really crazy. Like, it's like a time machine had just like warped my brain, right? As soon as I looked at that number, I was like, whoa, like what is that? You know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. That's it. That's all. I really don't have nothing else for you guys. You know, let me know in the comments, man. Let me know in the comments what would you have did. You know, what time or what mindset would you have been in had you seen that number? And just let me know in the comments what you would have did. And if you're new to this channel, you know, I'm building my channel. I've been on here for 13 years. So if you want to roll with me on this journey, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share button, all that matters. So I appreciate you guys once again. And until next time, peace.